But guys, I'm so excited about this podcast for two reasons. One, first and foremostly, I get to do it with my beautiful sister. It's something that I think is really exciting. I think we should turn this into a regular thing. We do like a podcast segment with us. What do you think, Jem?
I don't know about that.
And the second reason is that I just think this topic is just a really good topic. It's something I've been thinking about all week. And it came from a conversation Jemima and I had. When was it? About a week ago? Something like that? About a week ago.
Like Thursday, Friday-ish?
Yeah, so probably about a week ago, Jem came to me and just spoke to me about something the Lord had spoken to her about while doing bio homework, of all things. The Lord uses all things, guys. And it's just such a great topic. It's really got me thinking the whole week, our whole family actually. And so we said to Jem, like, we need you to share this. We need to get this beautiful thing out there. So yeah, Jem, do you wanna share what happened?
So
was
I'm
sitting there
doing
doing bio.
biology for Cambridge, and we were going through food chains and food webs and all that type of thing. And
You'll have to explain the science.
yeah, I'm gonna have to do that too.
There's some people that hasn't done
Emma,
any
are
bio.
you watching?
Hasn't done bio in a while.
So, with plants, they are producers because they get energy directly from the sun and produce their own energy for life. Then you get the animals that eat the plants, which are primary consumers because they're the first one to eat the plants. Then you get secondary consumers that eat the animals that eat the plants. And while I was doing that, I had this revelation that in life it's quite similar. Some people get their energy by feeding off other people and getting their energy from there. And I thought, am I being a producer of energy and getting my energy right from the sun?
Get that? S-O-N, sun.
or am I just feeding off the people around me to get energy and validation from them? And the more I looked into it with the science, every time an organism eats another organism, energy is lost because an animal can never completely, totally eat the plants. Either the roots will be left behind or we've used some of the energy as respiration. So you'll never get all of the energy. So the higher you go on the food chain, the more you feed off other organisms to get your energy, the less energy you will receive. And it also goes to show like the people you spend time with, because if this people you're feeding off, the people around you, if they're feeding off the people around them, there's no energy there. So it made me think, where am I getting my energy from, and where am I getting my value from? Am I getting it from the sun, or am I getting it from the people around me?
It's just so good. I love that. Jemima came in and she sat down and she said, you know, Jess, I want to be a producer. I don't want to be, see if I can get my terms right here, I don't want to be a primary, a secondary, or a tertiary consumer. And she said, I have to make sure that I am getting my validation, my value, my worth, my identity. I make sure that I'm getting that from the Son of God. And I'm not getting it from other people, money, wealth, good looks, good grades, what house you live, the cars you drive, even just the validation from friends. That when you look for identity in other things, you actually end up being a primary, secondary, or tertiary consumer. And like Jemima said, you will never be fully satisfied because there will always be something missing. You will never get the whole plant,
With plants, they can produce as much energy as they want. As long as they've got sun, they've got water, they can produce as much energy as they want. Whereas plants, they're constantly chasing animals, looking.
Plants are constantly chasing animals.
It's like, you cow, you eat me, take that, grass hand.
Just saw like a very aggressive fern just like charging after a bunny. Anyway, yes. So whereas
Animals are always chasing after their food. They have to move from here to this plant, to that plant, to go and chase after the wildebeest. Whereas plants just sit, and they get their energy from their sun. And that relates to the be still and know that I'm God.
Right there, guys. You're an animal, you're constantly chasing validation, chasing identity, chasing things to make you feel worth it and worthy. Whereas a plant is just still. It doesn't have to chase after things. It doesn't have to do these things. It's just still. And it knows, like, if you can think, I am a plant, I'm soaking in the presence of God. All my energy and validation comes from the sun, and I'm just going to sit here, I'm going to be still and know that you are God, and to get all of that directly from the sun. I just love that. Yeah, so I've got a question for you, Jem. What do you think? What can we do or change in our lives or structure our lives to make it more conducive to being a producer?
Let me think. I think it's very important because even like in COVID times, you realize how much you were getting the energy from people around you and your communities, and how much you were like feeding off them, other people's energy, to push yourself forward. And I think it's really important to actually take time with yourself and actually read your Bible and know God yourself, and look and find truth, so you can find the truth and let it be your thing, so you can produce your own energy, other than like just being around people who are producing and you're like, oh yeah, I'll take a little bit of that too, I'll take a little bit of that too, instead of actually going straight to the source and getting the real richness and bringing it out.
And that reminds me, another thing you said is that if you are doing that, you're running around trying to get it from other people. If you think of animals or something like that are hunting, they're always hungry. They're always hungry. They have to hunt for their food. They're hungry, and they're always going out. Whereas, a plant, if it's getting its nutrients from the sun and watered, it's not chasing after things. It's not hungry. It's fully saturated, fully satisfied by God. So yeah, that's what we want to encourage you with today. I thought that's just such a great mindset to have, of like, you know what, I don't have to be plugged into all these different sources. I don't have to chase after these things. I was made to love and be loved by God, and I'm going to get my energy directly from the sun today.
Okay, are we done?
Yeah.